Remember that? That kind of rhetorical question? It seems to be one of President Trump's favorite phrases or questions to ask. Listen to him using it in a speech at the EPA last week.
And just like we did with the Green New Scam, where we were scammed, the whole country was, I wasn't scammed. I got it right from the beginning. I got it from the first minute when I heard this crap. You know, they were saying wind was so wonderful, except you couldn't watch your television. They wanted to watch the debate. Donald Trump against Sleepy Joe Biden. Nobody could watch it because the wind wasn't blowing. Remember that? Darling would like to watch the debate tonight. I'm sorry, the wind isn't blowing.
But when the president asks if you remember, is he always referencing something that actually happened? CNN's Daniel Dale is with us right now. Daniel, I mean, let's start with the Thursday speech then. What are the facts behind the president's claims?
This was the president asking Americans to remember something that absolutely did not happen. So he said nobody could watch his June 2024 debate with Joe Biden. In fact, more than 51 million Americans watched that debate. There was no mass television outage that day. And the viewers, of course, included millions of people in the state that uses by far the most wind power. That is Republican-dominated Texas, also the most populous state he won. The premise of this story, which he's told in various versions for years now, is that when wind energy is used, you can't turn on your TV, you can't power your house when the wind isn't blowing. That is absolutely false. Wind is used as part of a mix of power sources, so stuff stays on when the wind isn't strong or isn't blowing. Batteries exist that can store wind energy for low wind periods. So the debate story is false, and the underlying premise of the story about wind energy is also totally false.
Oh, boy. Okay, so Daniel, you've also noted that there are several other instances where President Trump used that phrase about moments that never actually happened.
Yeah, he keeps saying, remember that, and then telling stories that only exist in his imagination. They're fabrications. So he said it, for example, last year. He said, remember when I was at my golf course in Scotland before the Brexit vote, and I correctly predicted Brexit. In fact, he was at the golf course the day after Brexit, didn't make a prediction because it was after the vote. And he's also just generally told a bunch of fake history stories over the past few months. I counted 2 others this month alone. So listen to 2 totally fake stories he told, one about George Washington and one about the construction of the Panama Canal.
You picked a good location. But George Washington had 2 desks in his pre-White House. One was, and they were right next to each other. One was for business, and one was for the presidency. He had 2 desks in the same room. And by the way, 38,000 Americans died to give us one of the greatest engineering feats of all time, the Panama Canal.
None of that is accurate at all. This 2 desks story was widely debunked by experts in George Washington. When he started telling it during his first term, George Washington did not have 2 side-by-side desks for business and official duties. And then nowhere close to 38,000 Americans died during the construction of the Panama Canal. According to imprecise records, about 5,600 people in total died during the U.S. construction phase in the early 20th century, but only hundreds of those were Americans. The others were poorly paid, poorly treated workers from the Caribbean. So 38,000, forgive me, just not even close to accurate.
Oh, boy. Hey, I'm glad you dig. Thank you so much for digging. Daniel Dale, appreciate it.